Hi, I'm George Sakalius, and this is my sprint2 overview. I'm going to start off with a quick demo. So I added the flea, the scorpion, and the centipede head. So the flea spawns at the top of the map. Prior to placing a mushroom, it'll check its position to see if there's already a mushroom occupying that spot. Upon getting hit by a bullet, it'll stop dropping mushrooms and increase its speed. The scorpions, as of right now, don't poison the mushrooms, but just to prove that the scorpions are interacting with the mushrooms, I set it up so that the scorpions destroy the mushrooms when they come in contact with them instead of poisoning them. I'm going to worry about poisoning and all that stuff later. And then finally, the centipede head. So the centipede head turns every time it collides with either a border or a mushroom. Come on. It also won't leave the player area once it enters it. And also, when it gets hit, it spawns a mushroom when it destroys itself. So yeah. All of the enemies derive from this enemy class. I'm planning on adding more of their commonalities to this class, but for now, it just handles the collisions with all of the enemies and the bullets. So instead of having a collision pair for every bullet, for every enemy, I just have this one and it covers all of them. So going into the centipede head script, this is a constructor. Okay, so this is my update. Um, I know it's far from ideal and I'm gonna change it, but for now, like, it works. I can focus on like the low level stuff and I can visit this later or soon and change it to something better. Okay. And then, so this is my default move. So all I'm doing is checking to see if the centipede enters a new space on the grid. If the centipede is, then it's going to run a collision check. And on the next cell, not its current cell. Because it's only doing collision checks every time the centipede moves into a different space on the grid, it only, it's the amount of times it checks its collisions depends solely on the speed of the centipede. Okay. And then this is turn. All it does is it shifts the centipede down a certain amount and then returns to the horizontal movement script. When it so yeah, like over here, when it travels a certain distance down, then it'll square out its position relative to the grid and then return to the default move script. So yeah.